What's good, sports family? Breaking news. Yes, in the Miami Dolphins organization, they have just released Tyreek Hill pretty much to overhaul their roster. Let's get into it. This is a big news because, as you guys know, Tyreek Hill has been with the Miami Dolphins for the past, I would say, from 2022 to 2025. So it's been a while, and this is something that a lot of people were going to say. I thought you could say Miami forever and all this other stuff. But let's get into why they released him. So, salary cap reason. Tyreek Hill signed a massive extension when he arrived from the Kansas City Chiefs. He carried a huge cap hit in an upcoming season. If Miami needed financial flexibility to pay other stars like Tua, Jalen Waddle, defensive pieces, and etc., moving Tyreek Hill could free up space. Number two, age and long-term planning. So Hill is now in his 30s. Speed receivers often decline quickly. If the Dolphins believe his elite speed window is closing, they might sell high rather than pay premium money for declining production. Third one, locker room or cultural shift. Under Coach McDaniel, Miami built a fast, explosive identity around Hill. If the team wanted to shift towards more balanced or more physical offense, they could relocate resources. Fourth one, injury concern. Durability becomes an issue if changes cost-benefit math, especially in a high-salary wide receiver. As you know, he just had his injury. And fifth one, trade value, but as you know, nobody wanted to take Tyreek Hill because of his injury. So it was mainly cap reasons. By the way, these are just like reasons why the Miami Dolphins did this. But I think truly it's because of cap reasons. He just have a lot of money. The Dolphins are trying to fix the team, not give one solid wide receiver that's not going to play next year at all the money. So releasing him will save them a lot more money. Yes, they're going to give him a little bit of the money. It kind of might hit a little bit like the first year or two, but as time goes on, you're definitely going to have more money to spend when you release a wide receiver like this. Top of that, the age in the 30s. The injury that he had is very, very bad, so it's like he may not be the same as he once was. Locker room and cultural shift. I feel like the fact the Dolphins team that Tyreek Hill maybe was a little bit of a problem, especially off the field as well. That might have just more concern. And nobody really wanted him because of his injury. And I think the fact that, maybe teams would have wanted him beforehand. I think there were some rumblings about going back to Kansas City or whatever, but yeah. But mainly because of salary. And him not playing. So I'm going to give you his Dolphins career from each season from 2022 to 2025. So in 2022, he had 17 games, 119 receptions, 1,710 yards per reception, 14.4, and 7 touchdowns. Then 2023, 16 games, 119 receptions, 1,799 yards, and 15.1 yards per reception, and 13 touchdowns. 2024, I went a little bit down. 17 games, 81 receptions, 959 yards, 11.8 reception yards, and 6 touchdowns. And then 2025, even worse because of injury. 4 games, 21 receptions, 265 yards, 12.6 yards per reception, 1 touchdown. So the key takeaway of his Dolphins career, Hill averaged 87.6 yards. Receiving yards per game with Miami. He exploded in his first 2 seasons, crossing over 1,000 yards twice. 2024 was his first sub-negative 1,000 season since his early Chief year, and 2025 was cut short due to the injury that all of you already know. Now, pretty much as of today, the Dolphins released Tyreek Hill as part of the salary cap move, freeing about $22.9 million in 2026 cap space, but taking a big dead money hit. So they're going to take a hit just by cutting him. He suffered a serious knee injury in 2025, dislocated knee and ligament-tear ACL, which ended his season and complicates his near-term outlook. Now, these are the teams that, honestly, I don't know if they will sign him this year, because he's not going to play at all. Maybe they will sign this year and even like a 2-year deal so that, if he's under contract or whatever. But I feel like it might be one or the other. They might sign him and, be like, hey, let's just sign him for a year or two, have him on our roster. We can re-sign him after he gets healthy. Or teams are going to wait until he's fully healthy from this injury. He can't play at all. So they don't want to pay him knowing that he's not going to play at all. And why would they pay them, you know? So these are the teams that if he does get signed this year or even next year, these are teams that would be interested in him. Kansas City Chiefs, automatically, number one, I feel like, because of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, he played there before, but it looks like it might not be this year. It might be next year if he does, is open still, if nobody has him. The Chiefs, then you have Baltimore Ravens compared with Lamar Jackson. You have the New England Patriots. They still have some cap space, so they can definitely get Tyreek Hill on a really short contract because of how that injury affects his career. LA Chargers, I think they would love to have him for Justin Herbert. The Atlanta Falcons, be an interesting place to get Tyreek Hill to go, but I don't know. You compare him with Drake London, that'd be pretty nice. And then other teams that might, the Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers, and maybe the Washington Commanders, but they already have other weapons, so it wouldn't make any sense. Green Bay might. Dallas would be nice as well. I know they're not trying to bring back, one of the other players on the wide receiver core. If you guys already know, you know. But those are the teams that I think that would definitely. But the best team fit for him wise, Chiefs, Ravens, and Patriots. Those are the three teams I think will be best fit for him. And you're gonna win easily with them. But other teams is maybe, but it just depends on how healthy. And like I said right here as well, if teams believe Hill fully recovers from his knee injury, he could be draw interest, especially from contenders needing a proven elite wide receiver. Also, I'll say this, but a serious injury, big contract history means many front offices will wait and possibly pursue him a 1-year performance-based deal instead of a long, high-cost contract. So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty big impact on Hill, not only career, but also team franchises, because you have no idea. This is not just, a little ankle or your arm hurts. This is like a big injury, ACL. So something that Damian Lillard had, Derrick Rose, I think, had it. I think RG3 maybe had it. I'm just guessing. It might not be correct, but a lot of these professional athletes who were very, very high profile, had ACL injuries, and it does affect their career big time. So for Tyreek Hill to get this, and the fact that he's really, really fast, and the fact that he does move much differently than a lot of other wide receivers, this might be a big hit for his career because he may not be the same running. He may not be the same route running. It's very interesting to see what happens. So I think for right now, my guess is that teams are definitely going to take a year off and not pursuing Tyreek, let him heal up. And then if they see the fact that, he looks like the same, awesome. If he doesn't, then most definitely a 1-year contract. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments, which team do you think should pursue Tyreek Hill, and which teams you think might not? And do you think Tyreek Hill will be the same, yes or no? And I'll see you guys next video.